Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I thought I'd show you today how I attach the tippet and set up my flies to do a bit of Euro Nymphing. If you've watched my previous video, you'll see how I make the leader, and if you haven't, you can check it out up here in the top corner. So from the end of my coloured line, I will generally add about a metre of tippet to my first fly. If I'm in deeper water, I'll extend that to 1.5 metres, sometimes 2 metres. And if I'm in shallower water, rather than shortening it, I usually would add, with my marker pen, a little bit of pink wax, which I can let go in and out of the water and use as my first indicator. So then I tie my fly, usually my first fly, on a dropper. The reason I like to put the fly on the dropper rather than attaching it truck and trailer style, so tied onto the bend of the hook like it's common here in New Zealand, is because it's much simpler to change the flies individually. I can also the fish can get the fly in its mouth better rather than trying to bite against the tippet, and the fly has a lot better movement in the current, so it's a much more natural presentation. So even if I'm fishing with an indicator or dry dropper, I will still usually fish like this. I like to make my dropper tag between about 10 and 20 centimeters long. And then from there, I'll generally put my flies about 60 centimeters apart. The reason I put my flies so far apart is because I like to have them fishing in a little bit different parts of the water column. So that way, as they're coming down, if there's fish that are suspended, they'll see the top fly, and fish closer to the bottom will see the bottom fly. Often if you have your flies just like this apart, if you hook one on the top fly, the second fly will hook the fish in the side and it will tangle, and then once it tangles you'll often lose the fish, which will go floating off downstream in the current. So I'll put them a bit further apart like this, and that gives me some time and I can make some changes before I need to redo things. So I'll quickly show you now how I go about making this dropper, and I'll use some coloured lines so it's nice and easy for you to see. So to create the dropper, let's say this is my main line. Normally I would use clear tippet, not green, but it will help you see. So let's say this is the tippet ring, and then I'll take my meter, and then I will hold the line like this in my hand. I will pull out some more line and bring it into a loop like this, which I've created. And then I hold the line together in my hand like this. Then I take it around my finger and I twist 1, 2, 3, and then I bring the loop that I've created through, and I have a figure of 8, and that cinches down. And so then you want to cut the tag that's facing towards the fly line, so cut that off. So then you have a loop that's left like this, and you want to quickly take that and cut it, and now you have your dropper. So that's how I would do it if I hadn't already got my main line set up. So the other thing I'll show you is what I would do once I have made quite a few fly changes and I've just cut the dropper off here. So I just have a long length of my line. So what I would do then is pull another strand of tippet off. I would take that usually just below that knot, and I can do the same again. If this knot wasn't here, let's just say you just decided to pull out a full length of line and then add a dropper to go from 1 fly to 2, it works in the same way. So I hold it together again next to it, I create the loop, and then I spin 1, 2, 3, pull that through, and then when you tighten it, you just want to make sure you tighten on all the tag ends, and again cut the one that faces towards the fly line. You don't want to tie your fly onto this, because then the knot fights against itself and it's more likely to snap. So I would cut this off. So yeah, this is how you would add a new dropper, or just add a dropper to a length of straight line. Alright everyone, thanks very much for watching the video. Hopefully that answered a few of the questions I've been getting recently. and helped a few on the water. If you enjoy my videos, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you'd like to check out any details about coming along to one of my Euro Nymphing classes, doing Euro Nymphing tuition with me on the water, or just coming and doing a bit of guiding, you can check that out at my website, which is linked in the description.